This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed, young, and talented actress, singer, dancer, the one and only Julia Francis. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at Julia's incredible talent.
First I am spotted across the room, sussed out for the degree of naivete. When I make the cut, then all systems go, and you take your first step towards me. My eyes are invitations, my welcome sign is bright, my armor is porous enough to be worked by your design. My goodness is commendable, but won't pull your heartstrings. This magnet for predators is dying to be discerning.
Well, hello, Julia. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Julia, it is so great to finally meet you. We were talking off camera. I love, I mean, you're incredible for someone who is so young. I also love the fact that Wagner College. What year are you at Wagner College?
I'm a junior.
I love it. And I told you quite a few FENIX artists are also either graduates of Wagner or still attend one of the preeminent schools in our country, specifically for theater. And I just want to know, Julia, first and foremost, where were you born and when did you realize, like, did you have an aha moment, like growing up? Were you in a production? Was it a solo? Was it a Broadway show you saw where you were like, oh my God, I need to do musical theater?
So I was born in Evanston, Illinois, which is where Northwestern University is. That's kind of what people know. But I live in the suburbs, so north of Chicago. Um, and honestly, theater has just kind of always been a part of my life because my mom was a theater kid all growing up, and so were all of her friends. I actually went to the same high school that she did.
Oh,
Um, and it's actually kind of cute. Her and her friends, a lot of them, they're all still like best friends, and a lot of them all still live like in the area. And a lot of them, like my mom started majoring in theater but then switched in college, but a lot of her friends like have gone on to be professionals in one way or another. And my mom does co-direct spring shows with this local theater company. And
oh.
so yeah, and so growing up, it was like theater was just always there, like theater music. And her like she was also a ballerina, like she was on point and like all that stuff. She like dancing was her thing. So that's kind of always I've always been surrounded by that, especially because like I said, all of her friends like also kind of live around here and I kind of grew up with them too. And then their kids did theater. And then so I just kind of like I started doing theater like it honestly I've been doing it like as long as I can remember. Um and my first show that I was ever in was like this like cute little production of Pinocchio, and it was just like so much fun, and I just like had a blast, and it was just like it just like felt right, you know, like from the very beginning it was like, yep, this is what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. Like it just made sense.
That's amazing. I also love the fact, Julia, that this is like just, it was in your bone marrow, whether you liked it or not. It was just in your blood, it was in your surroundings. And I also just love that you have support all around you in pursuing it.
Yes.
I love it. Listen, Julia, so you go to Wagner. Obviously, the access to New York City is right there across the river. I'm curious to know, do you have a favorite Broadway show?
Oh yes, Hadestown. So good.
What do
Oh,
you
I
like about
literally
Hadestown most?
so a little fun fact, I took Latin for 10 years.
Hmm.
'Cause I'm a dork. Um, and my senior year of high school, I was in, or no, was it my junior year? It was either my junior, I think it was my junior, senior year of high school in Latin class. My friend Kylie, who also was like a theater kid and loves theater, she was like, Julia, like, I found this new musical. It's like all about like Orpheus and Eurydice. Oh, it was AP Latin because we were translating the original poem from Latin into English. And
Got it.
Kylie was like, "Oh my God, like this is so cool. Like you would love it. It's all about the myth, but it's like a little different." And I was like, "What is it?" And so I listened to it. I was like, "This is so cool." And so like we listened to it before it was like on Broadway and like super popular. And then my birthday present in 2020 was to see it. Like my parents gave me tickets to Hadestown, and so that I actually saw Hadestown like right before the pandemic happened
Oh,
in
thank
February.
God.
Yeah, right. Like thank God, and it was like I was just like too amazed to speak. I was like, oh my God,
I
new
love
favorite
it. It
music.
like combined everything that you love, you know, Latin, theatrics, it's edgy, it's
And
contemporary.
Anais Mitchell is like incredible.
Oh, forget it. Me and you both, we can go on a
I
big
just
fandom.
love all the different types of music in that show and how like because I don't know if you've read the book that Anais Mitchell wrote about Hadestown, Working on a Song. I've
No,
read
I
it twice.
didn't, but tell me.
So good. It's so interesting. It's about the entire process of like creating Hadestown, and like every single lyric and like musical moment is so intentional, and like it's just like so beautifully told. And I love how like this show in particular too, like it doesn't matter, like anyone and everyone can play pretty much every single role. Like it doesn't matter, you just need phenomenal actors to tell the story. And that can be any gender, any race, any whatever. And it's just like it's such, and it also was like such a timely show, like its
Yeah.
whole message. Like I know during the whole pandemic on their Instagram, like Hadestown was always posting like spring will come again and like all these like beautiful messages, and it was just like so timely and comforting.
And it seems like what
Um,
theater was meant to be, right? Great
mhm.
writing, a great piece that can be performed by anyone, whatever your gender, type, age, because it's such a great piece of art.
Well, and it's like it's so like Hermes, Andre de Shields is absolutely incredible.
Oh,
He
forget
kills
it.
it.
He's
But there's
the
so
best.
many ways to interpret
Yes,
that role. Like it's a Greek god. He doesn't actually exist. Like, it's just like
I
there's
love
so
it.
many ways to do
Julia,
it.
believe me, I can talk to you all day about Hadestown. Are you kidding me? But back to you, my love. Are there any dream roles that are out there within the theatrical landscape that you would love to tackle one day?
So many. I mean, I would love to be Eurydice. Speaking of Hadestown.
I love it.
um, I would love to be in Jagged Little Pill. That musical is incredible. I would love to be in Six. Um, I always mix up the names of the queens. But the one who sings the Heart of Stone song, I think it's Jane Seymour or something. Oh my God, I would love to be in The Play That Goes Wrong.
Great
That
show.
show is the funniest show I've ever seen in my entire life.
I love
Um,
it. And
I love to
obviously
be Bellamy in Dear
you would
Evan
love
Hansen.
to you would love to originate a role, I'm sure, in
Oh
an
yes.
original musical.
Yes. I mean, I would just love just like whatever. Like I would just being on a stage, just all I need.
I love it, Julia. Well, listen, before I ask my final question, I want to let everyone know for more on the amazing Julia Francis, you can read more about her right below this video. Julia, I can't wait for us to collaborate. As I told you, I'm a director in New York. I'm also creating a lot of new musicals as well. I'm curious if you could give advice to young Julia or any of like the young Julias out there, what would it be?
um, I would say that like especially in pursuing theater and like musical theater and just like anything in the arts world, it's never going to go to plan because it's so subjective and ambiguous and there's no like right answer. Like in like corporate jobs, I feel like there's these steps to do to get to the top and it's pretty guaranteed, but that's not how it works in this business, in this world, and it's never going to go to plan. Like the college process, it's not going to go to plan, none of it. And that's okay. That's like really okay because I've learned that one of my greatest strengths is like, even if things don't go the way that I thought or I planned or I wanted, I can still redirect and forge my own way and my own path and make it work in a different way. Like I can
Absolutely.
figure it out anyways. And that's kind of what art is. Like, we're in the business of getting rejected 100 times over and over and over. And it's like you can you can either just be like, okay, I guess it's another no, or you can say, okay, it's a no. I'm gonna keep trying, but I'm also gonna see like, can I carve something out for myself? Like, can
There it
I
is.
find something for me to do? Like, can I take the
Absolutely.
initiative? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, Julia, you are so beyond your years, but that's probably because you've been in this business literally since you were probably in the womb, because you were just always involved with it and have always been and hopefully will always be. Julia, I'm so grateful you're coming on board this amazing app. I'm so excited that
Me too.
that we're connected now and hopefully one day we
Yeah.
get to collaborate.
Oh, I would love that.
Well, Julia, it is so nice to meet you and thank you so much for your time today.
Yes, thank you. This was a blast.